Hey there, Libra, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Libra for the last week of October and into November 2020. So I want to remind all of my viewers that this is a general love reading, and of course that means it can apply to any kind of relationship, situation, or circumstance. It's important for you to be flexible with the energy. You can interchange the roles within the reading. This means you can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards, regardless of gender. You may feel like I'm reading for you. You might feel like you're cross-watching. Parts of the reading may resonate, other parts may not. So take what does and leave behind the rest. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope it resonates, and I hope you get something positive out of it. I hope you feel like it was worth your time and worth your while. That's my intention. So Libra, we're going to get started. If you are unfamiliar with my channel or you're relatively new, there is some more information in the description box below if you want to take a look there. And I just want to say a quick thank you to all returning viewers and those of you who have offered your support in the form of subscribing, liking my videos, leaving those comments. And there's been some of you who have donated to my channel, which is greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you so much. I appreciate it all. We're going to get started for Libra. Here we go. We have the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. I like that start. King of Cups in reverse. The Page of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse, or sorry, Three of Wands in the upright. Five of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Wands. I apologize for the weird lighting. We've got, it's sunny, but there's clouds in the sky, so the clouds are moving over the sun and away from the sun. And so I get that weird lighting because I'm right by my window, but 'tis the way it is. Okay, Libra, so we have an Empress energy. We have a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Cups on the table. I'm going to talk about each of these just briefly as separate energies, but this may be just like, it could be one person, it could be more than, it feels like it's probably at least two, maybe three. The Empress is an individual who is a really mature energy. If not in age, she's mature emotionally. She is the type of person who's been around the block a few times. She's wise, she's level-headed, she's kind of got it all together. She's very nurturing. She's very giving. This is definitely an individual you'd like to have in your life. The King of Cups in reverse is the type of person who might be emotionally unavailable. This could be somebody who's feeling apathetic or bored or uninterested. Somebody who's not willing to share emotions. Could be the type of person who is emotionally manipulative. So it can range kind of a broad spectrum, but this is somebody who is not dealing with emotions well in some way, shape, or form. And then we have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, if she's in the upright, this is kind of a maternal energy. Somebody who puts others first, very caring, very loyal, very giving. In the reverse, this could be somebody who's removed from that kind of energy, or maybe feeling selfish, or maybe insecure, or needs to focus on herself rather than others. This could be somebody who's mean or a gossipy type friend, if you want to call that type of friend a friend. Somebody who is a little bit more self-centered, not focused on others. So we're going to get the second set out, Libra, and see what else we get before we read too much further into the message. We have the Four of Wands clarifying this Empress. And then we have the Six of Cups. Knight of Wands, clarifying this King. Three of Swords. The Sun in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Hanged Man. So with the Three of Swords coming out here, this could be a third party situation. I think that these are three separate people. It's possible that this Queen of Pentacles is responsible for a disruption within a relationship or a broken relationship, or she could be part of this broken relationship. Some kind of disconnect, maybe lack of communication. Maybe it's something that was intentional. With the Three of Wands, I get that it could potentially be intentional, this broken relationship or disrupted relationship or disconnect, lack of communication. Maybe it's intentional. Meanwhile, this Empress energy, she's got the Four of Wands, she's got the Six of Cups. There's something very, very positive about this individual. So I feel like this person is reminiscing about a specific connection or relationship. I feel like this person is single, with the Nine of Pentacles coming out here, and doing quite well for herself. She feels very grounded, very content, very stable, very connected, very whether she's an independent individual, single, whatever the case may be, she's got this very grounded, stable, soothing energy about her. And then we have this King of Cups. So this could be a third party situation. You know, it's hard for me to, well, I'm not going to get too far into it. Let's get some more cards out here for Libra and see what else we get before I look further into this. I feel like there's a lot to this story, so I want to kind of get all the cards out first before I start looking at it. We have the Two of Swords. And the Three of Swords in reverse this time for this Empress. Okay, so with the Two of Swords and this Three of Swords, to me this is indicating this Empress is keeping to herself. She's stepped away from this situation. There's something going on between this King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and this Empress is like, you know what? My energies, I'm in a good place right now. I'm in a positive place right now. I'm gonna block myself from this kind of energy. I'm gonna keep myself from getting involved. So she might be avoiding interacting or communicating with these people because she knows there's trouble. She knows there's problems. Maybe with the Six of Cups coming out, you know, her position within these relationships is still stable, still good, still positive. So she doesn't want to get mixed up in whatever's going on down here. So I really do feel like this Empress is in her separate little bubble. Let's see what else we got. Three of Pentacles in reverse for this King of Cups. Four of Cups in reverse. Nine of Cups clarifying this Queen of Pentacles. the Lovers in reverse with the Three of Wands and the Two of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse this time. And the Devil in reverse. So I really get the feeling that this Queen of Pentacles, while there might be some kind of separation or disengagement or lack of communication with regard to a specific connection or relationship, and it could be tied to one or both of these parties, this Empress and this King, this is the way she wants it. So there's a disconnect. She may have caused the disconnect. She may be the reason behind the disconnect. It may include one or both of these energies, but this is the way she wants it. This Queen of Pentacles, for whatever reason, has disengaged. Or this could indicate that she is responsible for a separation, disengagement, problems within a relationship or conflict. It's kind of unclear at this point in time, or there might be something where she's trying to gain some clarity with regard to these relationships or a relationship. But there is definitely a disconnect on behalf of this Queen of Pentacles, and it's the way she wants it. This King of Cups, his method for dealing with whatever's going on here is to actively disengage as well, but kind of in a separate way. He's emotionally disengaging. He's like, nah, I don't care. I don't care enough to communicate with you, and I'm not going to invest my emotional energy into the situation. So this person might be totally disconnected on an emotional level, may not be communicating, or even be willing to maintain or have contact with others. I get the sense that this King of Cups, it's like he's not willing to offer anything, but at the same time, with this Page of Swords, it might be that he's kind of watching what's going on with other people, maybe through social media, or kind of keeping tabs on others, but in a passive way. In other words, I feel like he's actively pushing the idea that he is just emotionally unavailable. His way of responding to whatever's going on is to actively pursue the persona of, I'm disengaged, don't bother me, I'm not interested in talking to you, I don't even care what's going on. He's like, whatever, I don't give a crap. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from this King of Cups. Like, doesn't bother me, I'm letting it roll off my back, I don't care. So in a way, all of these people are kind of disengaged, separated from one another, but all three have very different energies about them and are disengaged for separate reasons. But with these cards over here, there's this indication that we're not sure who's going to make the move or who's going to break first. But somebody is going to have to take the initiative to address this issue. Whatever is going on, this feels like a very convoluted situation, if I'm being honest, Libra. I can't tell what's going on between these people. I can just tell it's almost like a standoff, but everybody is going their separate ways for their separate reasons. Somebody's going to need to make an effort here or make a move, but I think it's unpredictable as to who's going to be the one who's going to break first or speak first or initiate conversation, for whatever the case may be. Right now, things feel like they're at a standstill. Let's get some more cards out here for Libra and see what else we get. There's the Four of Cups again in reverse. Five of Swords. King of Cups again in reverse with this Knight of Wands. The Emperor. Ten of Swords, clarifying this Sun and this Queen of Pentacles. The Lovers again in reverse with the Two of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Lovers in reverse. The Empress in reverse this time. And then the Queen of Swords. I think this Empress is tied to both of these people. Now, we indicated early on, we got the Three of Swords out here twice, so there is some kind of third-party situation going on here, but I want to clear up what third-party can mean. So third-party can be anything. It just indicates that there is a group dynamic involved and, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen, right? I mean, that's generally what we've got going here. Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many perspectives, too many opinions, too many people sticking their noses in each other's business. So this could be, third party could be a nosy neighbor. This could be your mother-in-law calling, you know, 5 times a day. This could be a coworker who asks too many questions or gives unsolicited advice. This could be an actual third party situation where there's infidelity, actual cheating. Obviously, that's at the other end of the spectrum, right? Third party indicates somebody who's influenced a situation where had they stayed out of it, you know, things would be okay. That type of thing. So you can adjust that third party meter any way you'd like, however it fits your situation, Libra. But I just want to remind you this, because this is a general reading, it can range a spectrum. This Empress person is tied to both this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Cups, but she is staying uninvolved in this conflict and therefore maintaining her standing within these relationships. In other words, she's not sticking her nose into other people's business. I feel like she's keeping herself from doing that. I think that she's aware that as time passes, eventually things will work itself out in whatever form that takes. It could be messy, it could be easy, we don't know, right? But eventually things are going to change. So for some reason, I get the feel, I'm sorry, my son's alarm's going off. It drives me nuts. The bird starts going crazy. I've got about 10 more minutes. It'll go off again. She'll start squawking again. Go through this routine almost every day. He always intends on getting up before he has to go to work. He works nights. He always intends on getting up before he goes to work to get things done. Sometimes chores, not very often chores, but sometimes when I'm lucky. And then sometimes just to you know, do whatever, have a meal or watch some TV, enjoy your day before you have to go to work, right? But I would say 99.99% of the time, that alarm goes off 4 to 5 times before he actually gets out of bed, and then he rushes off to work because he's pressed the snooze button. How many of us are guilty of that? I used to be, but I don't do that. I don't do that crap anymore. I'm retired. I wake up when I want to, and I go to bed when I want to. Amen. God. Way off track. Sorry, Libra. Let's get back to you and get this last set of cards out, shall we? Let's see what else we get for Libra. We have the High Priestess in reverse. The Four of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles again for the, so that we have the King of Cups twice down here. I know you can't necessarily see this set. Three of Pentacles twice down here, and then the Knight of Wands. And then the Knight of Wands in reverse is over here. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups. Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Sun in reverse again. And then the Ace of Cups. Okay, so let's go through these cards again, Libra, and see what else I can get for you. So I feel like this Empress, she's very aware of what's going on with regard to all of these connections. And I say all, I feel like, you know, there's three energies represented here, but I think that this could certainly involve other people or family or group dynamic or workplace situation. This could be any kind of relationships, but this Empress energy knows better than to stick her nose into somewhere where she doesn't belong. So she's made herself this, and she's set herself up in this comfortable little bubble. And she said, look, I'm here. I'm waiting for the air to clear. I'm hanging on to these relationships. They're important to me. I know there's a conflict going on right now. So in order to avoid getting involved, possibly losing these connections or messing them up, I'm going to step back for now and let things transpire the way they need to. I'm not going to deal with it. I think this King of Cups feels responsible for something, some kind of upset within these connections or this connection in particular. But he's trying to emotionally remove himself from maybe he's trying not to feel guilty, or he's trying to make himself feel better about the situation. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Temporary separate. We're just miscommunicating. There is this energy of the way I'm going to deal with this, the actions I'm going to take with regard to the situation is to disconnect. I don't want to communicate. I don't want it to look like I care. So he feels like he's taking action, and by taking action, his form of taking action with regard to the situation is to act like he doesn't care. He's not going to talk about it. He's not going to communicate about it. He's not going to put any emotional energy into it. He's emotionally disengaged. He's not willing to work it out with others either. In other words, it feels like there's a little bit of a lack of compromise here. So because he's not cooperating and people aren't cooperating with him, he's disengaged. At the same time, I feel like he's keeping an eye on the others who are involved in this situation, kind of watching what's going on so he can maintain his stance, so he can maintain a certain level of control within this situation. So he might be gauging, how long do I need to remain disengaged? How long do I need to not communicate in order to keep my position stable, to maintain a certain level of control within this situation or group dynamic? Now, this Queen of Pentacles is interesting because with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups coming out here, I get the feeling that she wants to disconnect. She is not seeing the value in these relationships or connections right now. She wants to disconnect, disengage. For her, this is progress. For her, this is how it needs to be. I disengage, I'm disconnected, I'm not putting energy into these relationships, and that's the way it needs to be. That's how I want it, that's how I like it. At the same time, I feel to a certain extent she's left the door open. If someone else wants to make an effort, I'm here. But she's not going to put any effort forth. She may have made an effort to actually bring an ending. She may have made a very significant effort to bring about this ending. And I feel like it may be, her actual motives might be unknown, or maybe she hasn't said the words as to why she feels the way she does, or why she is maintaining her stance with regard to these connections. I feel like there's a little bit of mystery surrounding this Queen of Pentacles. Like she's not fully explaining herself. Now the bird is squawking because my son just got a text message. So there's this little ding that he gets every time he receives a text message. Just so you're aware, that's why. And the bird is in her cage, by the way, because she was out for one of my other readings and she was wreaking havoc, as usual. She was actually being pretty good most of the time. But then, whatever, I'm not going to reiterate what she did. She pooped on the table. She did her usual antics. She took a bath and she flew on. She was flying onto my head, shaking her feathers and getting water everywhere. Her usual antics. So she's in her cage for that reason. So I need to talk about this set of cards a little bit. It's kind of a confusing set, if I'm being honest, Libra. But there is a sense of feeling stuck right now. Everybody's kind of stuck in their own little corner. And the Empress is in her bubble. There's this unexpected energy or uncertainty surrounding this Empress. It's almost like she's the one who needs to make a move. She's the one who needs to come back into the mix to get things going again. And until she does, things will remain stagnant. But this Empress is very adamant about staying out of the situation. I think she almost feels like it would be out of place for me to get involved in this mess. Or it would be selfish of me to stick my nose into other people's business. But at the same time, there's almost this energy coming off these cards that that's what needs to happen in order for some kind of progress to be made. Like maybe a third party intervention is what's necessary to get things back under control. I just get the feeling like there's this almost this anticipation or hope, or maybe not hope necessarily, or just a, if this Empress gets herself involved in the situation, she might be able to talk some sense into the people involved and get things back on track. Because with the Ace of Wands here in reverse, there's some kind of missed opportunity or something that's not moving forward or something that's not getting off the ground because of this current state of affairs within these relationships. So there's something that's potentially very positive that's just being neglected or ignored because of the state of upheaval that these relationships are in. It's possible that one or both of these parties, this King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, might be hopeful that this Empress energy steps in and does something about the situation. I'm not sure that this Empress is going to do that, though. She seems very happy staying out of it and staying inside her bubble and keeping herself protected and out of the loop, not wanting to get involved. So let's get a Dreams of Gaia Tarot card for Libra. See if we can't get any additional advice, maybe some more details, maybe some closure, maybe some words of advice, words of encouragement, a closing statement. You know the drill, Libra. Let's get something good for Libra. And then I'm going to wrap this up. And I think it's time for me to be done with my readings for today. One card for Libra. Let's give this one more regular shuffle. The cards don't seem to want to come out for you, Libra. One card for Libra. That's the one. Self. Interesting. This is one of the major arcana cards in this deck. I really like the image a lot in this one. It's an interesting image. So it's one of the major arcana cards in this Dreams of Gaia that don't necessarily coincide with your traditional Rider-Waite major arcana cards. They have the regular meaning, past, present, and future. And then they have a potential blockage if the card comes out reversed. This came out sideways. I'm going to read the general meaning for it, which is about a page and a third. And if it came out sideways in this, if it's meant to be a reversal, you can kind of, get an idea of if there is a potential blockage that you're dealing with, which obviously there is within these relationships. And I might take a peek at the reversal too, but I'm trying not to make these videos so long, and they always end up long, so whatever. Here we go, Libra. I'm going to go ahead and read this for you, and then we'll wrap it up. The Self card is the sixth of the reasons for being. It signifies the importance of establishing a unique and individual identity that is free of definitions and labels and embraces unlimited potential. There are elements within every society that do all they can to quash the independence, the creative, and the authentic because they profit in one way or another from doing so. Independent thinkers, creative types, those who defy tradition and convention, and who perceive what is ethical and moral and what is legal as being two different beasts, are people that threaten the status quo. As a result, we are all indoctrinated. We are told how to think, told what is normal, told what is beautiful and acceptable, what is right and what is wrong. Those who disagree or seek to be independent or who just do not fit with society's definition of normal and beautiful are often met with fear, anger, contempt, ridicule, and even banishment and imprisonment. Independent thinkers can be considered radicals, creative types, seen as eccentric or crazy, and those who defy tradition and convention as rebels and freaks. All risk condemnation in one way or another. Yet, time and time again, we are told that we should embrace our differences, be creative, and strive to be authentic. We are controlled via the media, religious organizations, and educational institutions, and taught how to behave, how to think, what to believe and feel. We are told what is normal and what is not, and that we must strive to be normal. Normal is acceptable. But what is normal? It takes courage to defy family tradition and societal expectations. Establishing a healthy, authentic self-identity is one of the most challenging tasks you will face in this lifetime, because it requires a willingness to break free of labels and definitions that we, not just others, place upon ourselves. It takes courage to say no to those who expect and sometimes demand that you say yes. The self card represents stepping free of the labels others have bestowed upon us and redefining ourselves in a manner that is not restrictive or limiting. It means having the courage to follow your own path instead of the path laid down by others. Who were you? Who are you? Who do you wish to become? The self card poses these questions, yet you must first know who you are and how you were shaped by your past to be able to answer them. To discover and know your true self is to undertake a journey of undoing, being, and becoming, to find your center place where you are fulfilled at peace and accepting of all that you were, are, and will become. So I feel like this is a very meaningful message. I mean, obviously, they all are, right, Libra? But this feels like it's a very meaningful message and actually probably targeted at the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the Empress knows the advice that's in this card, and that's all about being your true self, being your authentic self, offering the world what you have to offer without feeling restricted, without feeling confined by what society expects of you, what other people expect of you. You know, everybody should be able to live their life to their fullest, embrace their talents, and pay back the world by offering what you have to offer, whether that is a talent or some wisdom or some kind of energy that provides some kind of nourishment to the not only the connections that you have around you, but to the world around you, to your environment and your society. So I think that this Empress, it could very well be that this is the kind of advice that this Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups needs to hear. I think that there is an indication that there's some hope that this Empress will step into the mix and try to make things work, try to bring people back together, try to fix the problems that are occurring within these relationships. But I don't think that she's going to. I think she's going to allow these people in due time to figure out what they need to figure out, work out their shadow energy that they're dealing with, and be willing to do what they feel is necessary to be who they are and live their authentic selves with their authentic intentions. Whatever that means. Sometimes stuff just comes out of my mouth and I just go with it. Like, okay, that sounds good. Sure, why not? Okay, Libra. Before I get too woo-woo on you, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. It was interesting. It was a fun one. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I hope it resonated. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe. If you feel like leaving a comment, that's always great too. Thank you so much for watching, Libra. I will see you next time. Bye.